always start these videos with gifts. This is from Charlotte. And I know it's coffee because, boy, can you smell it. Stumptown Coffee Roasters. Hairbender. This is the Hairbender brand. Oh, that's clever. See, they have a... tell what it is. Oh, boy. Are they beans? Please let them be beans. Yes! Beans!
Bean? Where is bean?
Well, we're going to roast this in a second. Here, look.
Roast it?
A Merry Halloween. Dear Todd, my boyfriend Neil and I love watching your show. I was born in PA and
I think that's Hope.
And hope to make it back there again one day. Born in Bryn Mawr. Bryn Mawr, yes. About an hour, about 45 minutes away.
45 minutes.
Visit the warehouse. And hopefully Daddy Pops too. We know how much you love coffee. Well, we all do, so please enjoy this popular blend from the West Coast. From California. Wait a minute. That's Mark's theme from California. Mark, we haven't heard from you.
Yeah, where are you,
You
Mark?
better be watching our videos. Well, listen, while this brews, I got to share with you the man that bought that ugly skee ball. Do you remember that video? Here's the full video here. But here's a clip from the ugly skee ball and what it became into. Steve is here to pick up our ugly skee ball. And he responded, it actually said, didn't it say ugly skee ball?
It said ugly skee ball.
Now, the ugly part is because of the field. Now, you can get new rubber mats.
Right.
So the rubber mats are available, but there's no sides. But this can be remanufactured. But well, it can definitely be fixed. There's no doubt about it.
I figure my worst case is I put an LED up there.
Now, do you have something to tie it in?
Yeah, I got straps.
And then he's off. This is going to be it. This is a beautiful addition to the house once it's fixed up. And when you're done, we can send a picture of the completed machine to Skee Ball. Oh, they're bankrupt.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Homer. Oh, well.
And what it turned into.
This is part one of the ugly skee ball restoration. Not quite done yet, but excuse that hanging spoon, I'm making beer right now. I then cleaned up the score cover tin, and lo and behold, I found the original skee ball logo underneath the ugly yellow paint. And then I remade the cage with the netting. Top rail covers is just made of wood. The ball release does function. Here we go. All 9 balls. Score reset back to 0. Points. 20 points. Ah, the bell works. The end of part one. I'm going to move on to the replacing the carpeting.
Wasn't that skee ball something? Doesn't it look a lot different? Well, he better send a final video. I want to see what it looks like when it's finished. Anyway, Charlotte, Neil, he's sampling it. I am now.
It's really good. Smooth. Thank you.
It is good. And
I like
it does
it.
say wishing
I like
you
it.
and the guys. Oh, you know what I'll do here? Here, let me. Boys, we have a fresh coffee from Charlotte and Neil from California. It's delicious, wonderful brewed coffee. Come up with your cups. And while they come up with the cups... I just made the announcement. It takes the boys a while.
In an hour, there'll still be nobody up here. They're all back there. Who cares?
Now listen, I'll tell you who cares. We're going to go back. We shot some footage of that NBA hang time that went out to California, actually, and the getaway that's going someplace else.
That already got away.
Wait a minute. The NBA fast break, the NBA hang time is going to Canada.
They don't play basketball there. They play hockey.
Let's look
It's
at the
the
footage.
NHL hang time.
Oh.
Let's look at the footage.
Yeah.
Now, do you know how long this man has been waiting to get this sticker put on his game by me? That's
Where's
right.
it going?
I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah. And this does not come off.
Ruined it.
You ruined it.
Right on his artwork.
Painted that.
On top of your artwork. This
Why would you do such a thing?
Well, because it was a shambles. It needed to be dressed up with my 38-year sticker. Jonathan, I have to order the 39-year ones now.
My hatred for you grows and grows.
Daily?
and grows.
Is your hatred as much as Tom's hatred for me right here?
I don't know. That's what Tom's
I didn't even do anything. It's too early in the morning. Trying to get this done.
I'm trying to get this game out. This guy is screaming. Like that. Now look. We did some upgrades here. We took the stupid red ones out, and we put clear in, and then we put the red, yellow, and green lights in there. I thought that was... Don't you think that's a nice thing? Oh, and you lit the... Which hole, baby? Oh, Mr. Hole back here has been lit. Okay. Isn't that nice? It is nice. It's all nice because we only do nice work here. So we're going to try our best to get this out, aren't we, Jonathan?
No, excuse me.
They're very upset. They're cross because the
Hot in
fans
here.
are off. The fans are...
warm.
Now look. Do I need to even open this up? God, grief. Come on, it's the same stuff. There's no reason. We have a new. We're changing this interconnect here. See this? You buy these from Marco's Specialties. We're putting brand new ones in everyone because this has become the weak link now. That capacitor, the two bridges, and this. 3 weak links, and of course your battery board. You have to do something with that. Just did a service call in a non-TNT game. Guy was changing his bulbs to LEDs, and he touched the lamp socket to the switch line. And see this chip? Poof! It blows out. Okay. So now we take that chip out, even if it's good. You can reuse it. We put a socket in, and then we put it back in. So the man we're sending this to, if he does that, if he's changing bulbs with the power, did you just bump into him on purpose?
That was an accident. Watch out for the elbow. I'm not right. Yeah, I know.
You're not right. That's true. Anyway, we sell these $13.99. Plus that's your free. Okay, from the website. Okay.
Sorry, Jonathan.
Trying to think of what else. He's not really sorry.
Yes, I am. I didn't elbow him in the head. I did not even apologize.
What? What?
Nothing.
I don't remember. Am I supposed to remember something I did 5 months ago?
Yesterday.
Oh, you like the wife that digs up the thing when you're in an argument. And
Yesterday.
they say, do you remember 22 years ago when you... ...
Yesterday.
Do you remember when we were on that trip 15 years ago?
Throw it around. Show you.
A wondrous game full of fun, full of joy. One of the true great games in modern history. With the famous super change charger. We got them all in there, didn't we? Oh, I tilted it. Don't put, who set it up on this thing like that? Hello.
What idiot did that?
Who did that?
New guy.
New guy.
Was it him?
FNG.
You can't do that. That ruined my games. I had 3-ball multi-ball. Well,
Killed again.
No!
hello. Let me show you something. Here's the problem. Now, we restore it, by the way. I'm sure you've just noticed. We make sure all the catches are working again. Here's our problem. Right there. Now look, new flipper coils, new cranks here. Okay, we have taken these boards out. These have all been reflowed. Cold solder joints. Cold solder joints. People tell me you don't have to do it. I've never seen anything more stupid in my life. 150 people died on a plane when, there's the picture there, a cold solder joint on the dashboard of one of the light indicators in the cockpit. The light bulb was off when it should have been on, and it started the chain reaction. A cold solder joint, which I've been hammering into people for 20 years. Anyway, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Now look at that. Isn't that beautiful? He fit right into that. He did. He did fit right into that. Anyway.
I'll fit into anything.
Look what's coming. Very rare. Swing around here. This is coming. This is going to mark in Canada. You've never seen one. A Mad Alien Data East Smash new game. And this is a Super Mini with the optional base. It is ugly right now. Ignore the ugliness. And look over here. You know, we should show what this is. You know what? Let me show you. This is in Steven's paint area. So the good news is somebody had the right flippers on it all these years because this isn't worn. But Steven has to go around and touch it. He already painted. I'm showing what you painted already. Look, see, come in close. Do you see how that's been painted orange? Doesn't it? See?
It's red.
Red. It looks, no, it's orange.
That's orange. That's red.
It's a different kind of red.
Look. Red, orange.
You're making me laugh. Okay, now let me show you something. Every rescue 911 on planet Earth has to have this cable changed. You use the same
Horrible
Strafix.
cable, thank you?
Yes. Well, no. For 20 years it worked fine.
Well,
But now it has to get changed. See how this is flexible so it can move and adjust, but now you have to change it. So you reuse this the sheath around it, and then you run new wire, and that eliminates all your problems. There's other things you can see we have to do. See the the blade is broken here, but he started the initial overhaul on this.
A ton of work.
Well,
Playfield's not bad, but the cabinet
has issues. Well, yes, the cabinet has.
Yeah.
Don't show them the cabinet. Anyway, look, a cruising the world with an exotic board in it. This was a factory kit to convert it. So we've just started this. This is involved in a trade. Customer bought 2 pinball machines 20-some years ago. He doesn't want them anymore. He wants a driving game for his grandkids. He's done with pinball. As he said, I'm done with pinball. Which is good. So he doesn't have to put an ad on Craigslist. He's going to get a wonderful game. This better be done in an hour. And
It's gonna go up by noon.
he's going to be very happy. Shall we move on? NBA HANGTIME. Okay, it was a kit. Wasn't it, Jonathan?
Yep.
It was a very popular kit to convert
Is it a
your
kit or a
NBA
Curt?
Jam. It's not a Curt.
Kurt?
Oh.
Where is Kurt?
Dare I? I'll tell you what, he went out for a night of drinking last night, and he sent me this picture.
Can't have.
God, so mean, and it's the same picture. I haven't changed the picture in all this time. Anyway, let me show you some things. This was a kit, and this was a Mortal Kombat. Now, this underwent several transformations, but it's a real Bally Midway game with that great sound system up top. The works in the drawer.
And works in a drawer TV design for ease of service.
Which I always thought was terrific. So that will slide in for service. Of course, all the original NBA stuff is off, or the Mortal Kombat stuff, and now it's all NBA. Board has a new lithium battery in it. This control panel is actually an NBA Jam control panel that has been modified to fit the Mortal Kombat control panel, because that was much smaller to allow the 4 players. And do you know who did it? This very great person over here.
You don't have to tell me, I already know.
But he is great. As a matter of fact, look, he's already repainted the Russians, and the USA men are in dire need. What happened to this guy? He's very sick. He's a very sickly man. Anyway.
What happened to this one?
Oh! And somebody... Rob, why don't you take this home and give it to your wife as a present?
For her birthday?
That would be a really great present.
You gonna let him live with you afterwards?
You know, one thing, let me tell you something.
Can't wear that shirt here.
Why?
Because Wallace is the legend, not you. Go out and change.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. Never give your wife a vacuum cleaner for her birthday. You'll end up in the dog
Why? Because
house.
your wife wouldn't know what to do with it?
Do you remember the doghouse video?
Does Pam use the vacuum thing?
Alright, here we go. Here it is. Okay.
This is my anniversary gift?
Yep.
A vacuum cleaner?
Dual bag. This is the best vacuum cleaner you'll ever have, baby.
Get in there.
What? Not a big fan of that look. I got you.
New arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is this place?
You are in the doghouse.
How do you get out?
Listen better.
It's real hard.
Apologize without.
I just got reviewed last week. I went up before this review board.
Let's review your offense.
Merry Christmas.
Seriously?
What? Thought you'd want to tighten up that jelly belly, no?
Wow! I'm married to you.
A little more of this, and a little less of that.
Wow. I think we've seen enough.
Get it there. I wouldn't get it there. Please.
It's
too big. I just want to get out of here. You like that?
Apologize.
Yeah.
Did I fool you?
Yeah.
I didn't fool them. Set up. Trick question. I'm out the door.
Work on the folding, Donnie. Bye-bye.
Hey, lunch!
But don't
What is this? Cheese pie?
Quiche. Chai lattes every night.
express your feelings.
Do you think Pam would like to use that vacuum cleaner too?
Oh, no.
I love that. That was such a great video. You can easily find it. Actually, I'll put the link right there. Look, and you can watch it. Anyway, back to this game. New control panel overlay. Okay, obviously red T molding. It's all been modified and cleaned, and he locked this down. But our buyer asked us to switch the controllers. So we literally moved the wires. This is player 1, this is player 3, this is player 2, and this is 4. So these two are now switched. So interesting idea. Actually, you know what we should do? Hey, John. I'll tell you what. We should switch the color of the sticks since the players are switched.
Hey, Curt, right on that.
Good. Colors reversed, just as we promised. That's good. We're getting ready for the packing, so it'll arrive safe and sound. And then you'll install the mounting plugs. Everything is keyed, so you can't screw anything up. Unless you try. And look, more work. Takes a long time to get these right. Long time. All right, look, we left it in this mode to show you how easy it is. Now look, the player head size. I don't know if a lot of you are aware, but you can make the player head, let's see, normal size, large size, factory setting is 1. So we can change that. We'll leave it at normal, let him change it. Drone difficulty, normal, normal. With the large size I find very odd.
It doesn't matter what you think, the customer would like it.
It's tough. What I send this out, and I'm going to lock this so nothing can be changed.
You know, they'll just charge it back to his credit.
So here we go. Ah! 50 maximum credits, but it doesn't matter. It's on free play. All right, let's finish.
Warm.
I'm almost done.
There's power supply in monitor chassis. We don't need to show every friggin' game. Show them a clip from another game.
It has our wonderful 7000 Wells Gardner, best monitor ever made on planet Earth. That is the monitor, 7000. And then they started making those horrible newer ones. Why can't they just stick with something that's good? I just never understood that. But anyway.
For the same reason you don't move on to things that are better.
Well, I want these joysticks switched.
I couldn't get really.
You can't say that in my video.
Well, you can bleep it out.
You just give me more stuff to bleep. Wallace, what are you doing? Aha! The Rampage. Somebody has ordered one of our 2 Rampages. I have another still. Painted high gloss black. And that was the original color. And we have the side art coming, the Bally Midway side art coming. We have a new control panel overlay coming. So that is all coming.
What about
to a
Curt?
theater near you, except my Curt.
Is Curt coming?
No, he's not. Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you something about Steven. You remember the police force video? Actually, it's the video for this one. Steven fixed a hole that was in the side of the cabinet. And I forgot to put the footage in.
Should we drill a hole in this cabinet and have him fix it?
No.
So anyway, I'm going to show you. So here's police force after he patched the hole with Bondo. Now this was a hole. It's all filled in and leveled off. And now it's going to get repainted. So that's what it looks like now. And here's what it looks like currently. And look right here. It's gone. Isn't that something? Now look at that. Steven's masterwork, and he's doing the same with Rescue here. So he's getting rid of all the rough holes and edges forever. Do you see this here? It's now smooth. This Bondo is one of the 10 greatest inventions in the history of the country.
What's your favorite invention food?
No, go Joe.
Mine would be a muzzle for you.
Now listen, somebody said they couldn't clearly read what to order. Now, I can't, there we go. Okay, there it is. The original formula.
Go Joe.
Or just go.
This stuff is frigging
3
great.
keys you got to hit on your keyboard.
A toothbrush.
Don't eat it. It's not hummus.
Okay, now that's a clear picture. Okay, that's what you get at the auto parts store. You can also buy at the same auto parts store the Bondo. Actually, let me show you this. This is the right Bondo. It's actually called Microlite. It's at Napa.
Show it to your brother.
Lightweight. Lightweight!
You're not used to that.
Fashioned after me. Okay, that's it. The 6370.
That's a Napa thing too. So unless
This
you have a Napa,
stuff is great.
you can buy Bondo at Walmart. It's all the same crap.
But we like... No, it isn't.
You and that thing need to get
They
a room.
bought, they bought something that was crap. What was the one you hated? Everybody
You.
hated. Ah! Again, I'm hated. You know what? Let's keep the fans off
Good luck with that. I'm
for
going
the rest of the day. Look.
Here, come with me. Let's see it. Let's see it. Show them how the time clock works.
It doesn't work. I turned it off. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. That guy is having a...
Have a nice day.
But you can't do that. We're filming.
No, we don't need fans. You don't need an employee either.
We're
Bye.
filming. These people want my movies. But. My empire.
See you tomorrow, sir.
Have a good night.
But.
You come back.
They all come back.
Unfortunately, some of them do. Yeah.
Guess who's coming back? Somebody from years ago. Jake. Jake is coming back. I haven't seen Jake in any of our videos because I think the last time he was here was 15 years ago. He started here when he was a baby. I think he was 17 or 18. We're packing it today. I realized yesterday I never showed you some of the... I don't think I showed you this, did I? What did I... Somebody said I missed something.
Wasn't a meal, that's for sure.
Okay, our lock ramp is down.
Going my way.
So they said, you better show everybody that it's working like a drill. And the nice thing is the ramp, it doesn't have to go up real hard. What?
Having trouble getting it up, huh?
I have a lot of trouble getting it up. We have a brand new steel there. Steve Young at Pinball Resource sells that in sheets because you really have to have steel there is always broken. So we pop rivet new steel on. It's very easy. Anybody can do it. I love this effect. Now watch. You get all of our guys open. Now you get your 3-ball action. Jonathan, put all 3 up there. Look at that. That's sharp. Beautiful. Robin, are you lost?
No, I've been looking everywhere for that MIBS game. MIBS. Right.
MIBS. Couldn't you just say MIBS? Somebody wants the manual for MIBS. I didn't know if we had it.
To look for it.
Well, I didn't. I said go back and see if we have one.
No, I look. Oh, all right. So I thought
we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of manuals. Actually, we don't. But it sounds good. Anyway, Frank, let's go. We'll go up front. The boys played a very, very evil trick by little Curt.
What was that?
Well, we're not sure who did this. But this next picture, I think we kind of guess who did it.
It's high school.
That boy, look at that grin on his face. Oh, they're so mean to my Curt. Oh, did Curt ever figure it out?
I don't think so.
Anyway, I want to take you over now and show you this control panel this man has been waiting patiently to get back. Now what you're looking at here is a very rare control panel overlay. This is, the customer sent us this out to get a new one. I'm not sure where he found this overlay from, but the old overlay had to be scraped off. It was a mess, and we had a lot of trouble because different various things. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to do any more control panel overlays. This is it. Just our own games. This is too much trouble. He sent us new buttons. The old buttons were all cracked and dirty. But the problem is the old buttons are made different than the new ones.
Yeah, they're totally different.
Right. These were lit by light bulbs, and we have one old button in here because inexplicably we only got five of the LED bulb buttons, but we got an extra switch. These have LEDs to light them, and which is a great idea. Get this unplugged here. I'll get it unplugged sooner or later. They twist and turn. There's a little LED bulb in there that lights it, see? So we connected it as best as we could to take these joysticks off. All right, these here, the one was welded in there. It was awful, just from rust. It took us a while to get it done, but it's done. And there's 3 new buttons here, and then he'll have to change it. Because if you look here, he had to hollow this out with another router to get the new button to fix.
The new button to fix? Yeah.
So it will go in there and tighten. The old button had more of a thread. It was just very unusual, but the good news is it's done. And we are going to send this out, I guess tomorrow. And the old buttons and stuff. It's interesting to see power drift. Power drive. So I never saw one. I think I saw one, but it didn't work. I know what it was. We got one in trade from Supercade. There was no monitor in it, and when I plugged it in, we didn't hear it working, so we ended up junking it. Daddy's Girl, Captain Crush, and Sheriff Purry. It sounds interesting. Might have been fun to play or something, I guess. But anyway, there it is. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Please say it is. Please say it's interesting.
Your lines are so horrible. No idea what you're talking about at all.
Well, Robbie, I think I've had about enough for today. How about you? Is there enough meat in this video to make everybody happy?
What a flab.
Ah! Anyway, this weekend, we're going to Randy Senna's Arcade. Going down to my twice-a-year trip to Wildwood, New Jersey, and we're taking the good camera. We're going to take an arcade video, and it should be really great. So that'll be our next video. See you next week. Bye.